Hello, my name is Thomas Kamichi Drown. I'll be presenting this presentation called Mount Fuji, a supervolcano overlooking Tokyo, Japan. What is a volcano? A volcano is defined as a rupture in the Earth's crust through which magma, lava, ash, and gases can escape. Volcanoes can be described as active, dormant, or extinct. Although it can be difficult to accurately define these terms, a volcanic eruption is a tectonic hazard. Where are the world's volcanoes? How dangerous is Mount Fuji? Evidence that includes details of the hazard caused by Mount Fuji, the effects of a potential Mount Fuji eruption, why people in Greater Tokyo are vulnerable, how Japan could respond to a Mount Fuji eruption. Mount Fuji, a significant danger to Tokyo, the world's biggest megacity. What is a megacity? The biggest cities in the world are called megacities. The term megacity was first coined in 1904. In 2025, there were 34 megacities. Tokyo is a megacity on the foothill side of Mount Fuji, a supervolcano. A megacity is a term used to identify a city with a certain number of inhabitants. This number used is 10 million. Megacities often gain significantly in population size during the working day. Mount Fuji. Welcome to Tokyo. Mount Fuji is Japan's tallest mountain at 3,776 meters. Located on Japan's largest island, the volcano is 100 kilometers southwest of Tokyo. Mount Fuji is a World Heritage Site, a special place of scenic beauty, and one of Japan's three holy mountains. What kind of volcano is Mount Fuji? Mount Fuji's explosive history. Mount Fuji's almost perfectly symmetrical shape has remained intact despite historic eruptions. The most recent eruption was in 1707. It is although to have been triggered by earthquake activity. Massive amounts of ash were released by Mount Fuji, blanketing the nearby areas of Chiangmai and Musashi and spreading as far as the new capital, Tokyo. It is estimated to have been a VEI5 eruption. It scored a on the volcanic explosivity index scale and have killed up to 20,000 people. How would a volcanic eruption affect Tokyo's infrastructure? Mount Fuji is expected to erupt again and is likely to create significant amounts of volcanic ash within 3 hours. This ash could reach Tokyo, paralyzing its road, rail, and air networks due to poor visibility. How would a volcanic eruption affect Tokyo's health and emergency services? Transport networks will not be the only infrastructure affected by volcanic ash. Rainfall and volcanic ash could disrupt electricity lines, leading to power outages around Tokyo and the surrounding areas. This will have major impacts on Tokyo's hospitals and emergency services. Important equipment such as intensive care units will have to rely on temporary backup generators. How would a volcanic eruption affect Tokyo's population? Exposure to volcanic ashfall may not cause death directly. However, it can make existing illnesses worse, such as asthma. People. may also be more worried, generally impacting mental well-being. Japan and Tokyo have some of the oldest residents in the world. How would Mount Fuji's volcanic eruption affect Tokyo's tourism? Japan's rate of tourism has been steadily increasing. In 2024, 31 million international tourists visited the island nation. In 2024, tourists in Japan spent around 5 trillion Japanese yen. Lack of transport, closure of attractions, and concerns about long-term impacts will reduce tourism after a volcanic eruption. How does Tokyo protect itself against volcanic eruptions? The Japanese government is considering the risk of Mount Fuji erupting with millions of people at risk. In an emergency situation, there would be approximately 3 hours to evacuate parts of the city. Tokyo has adapted many of its roads to provide emergency access in the wake of an earthquake. Right. These could be used for emergency evacuations. Ashfall from volcanic eruptions. How does Tokyo protect itself against Mount Fuji's volcanic eruptions? Japan is frequently impacted by tectonic hazards. Such a result, the country has prepared its population for many different scenarios. Mount Fuji and other volcanoes are carefully monitored, and there is a network of earthquake sensors. Schools, businesses, and governments buildings take place in frequent drills, and all Japanese households are encouraged to have a supply kits in their homes ready for any hazard occurring. Domo arigato gozaimasu for exploring with us. Thank you for so much for watching this video. Sorry if I mispronounced certain words. Apologies. And my name for presenting this presentation is Thomas Kamichi Drown. My professor, Dr. Nizar Gazdar, has helped me put this together with the help of other students who put this information together, and me and Nizar Gazdar has helped put this together into this presentation. And below, you can see a YouTube link, and you can please subscribe to it for more information and other videos on topics. Thank you so much, and have a good day.